Hello everybody, it is me, Wasabi. I am back to get here with another episode of Vintage Story. Off camera, I have been building up the house. It's still not complete. It's been taking me a long time, as you can see with my scythe, the copper scythe that we made last episode. I'm almost done with it. I've almost broken it entirely because I've needed it to pretty much gain all of this grass from for this roof and that roof. And if I come over here, run over here past these trees, all these saplings are actually starting to grow. I have mowed a large area of grass for this. Just ridiculous. And there's like grassy patches here and there as it's kind of like regrown as I've just mowed it down. Still got a bunch over there, some over here I can pull on if I need any more future building projects for the roof. However, I'm running into a problem. Right here, you see the roof kind of like slants up. That's what I was wanting it to go to, but then this kind of like straight up face right here just doesn't look good. Granted, it's an angle thing. Like over here, it's not too bad, but if you look at it like from over here, it starts to look pretty bad. I was thinking about maybe cutting it off like somewhere here and just pushing it kind of like, instead of like sloping, the thing just kind of pushes out and like kind of like drops and then slopes a little bit. But that's not what I want to get started with. What I wanted to get started with is the one thing that we've been waiting for, or at least I have been waiting for quite some time. That would be our bees. Past few episodes, we just weren't able to get them, and now, look, the population, both of them are actually large. Now, if you don't know, it says here on if I press like hold, like up here you'll see it. It says press to break and press to harvest. It's technically full up with honey and we can harvest it, but we don't want to do that. What we want to do is press control and scroll our wheel. If you look down at the hotbar, as I scroll through my stuff, it goes to 9, 0, and over to our bags. This is only possible if you can press control and you do the scroll bar. Now, I will do that, press this, which gives me the skep filled up with bees, and we're going to take it, excuse me, over to our thing. Like, yeah, over here our house looks amazing. With like the sloped roofs. I don't know, it's like, should I retrofit the house to have more of a slant on that one side? I don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but I don't know. But right now we're focusing on bees. Now if I open this up, crawl on through, I'm going to replace that with a proper gate. Press not shift, control. Get the bee skep. Press it. Now it did get rid of the population a bit, as well as its harvestability, all the honey. But as we can see, the bees are beginning to flow out and come popping in. They're going to come in here, and they're going to detect all these beautiful flowers that we've put down. And they're going to basically grow up in size, and then they're going to swarm up to this skep, this skep, this skep. I need to craft a couple, 3 more of these skeps. And you also need to fix that. Inside, I need to move a lot of my storage, the stuff in these things here, into this storage I've got over here. I've got a bunch of chests, double chests now, or wooden trunks technically. I don't know if they'll open up if, there's like a beam right here. I don't know if it'll open. I guess I might like leave it none right there, but for everywhere else I can put pretty much 3 high. Alright, where's my plant? So, wood. I need where's my wood? Oh, here's some wood. Oh, I did process some of that the honeycomb we had into beeswax. If you got over here, this beeswax is actually really useful for making candles, a longbow, and fired crock, as well as cheese. But fired crock is sealing up fired crock is actually one of the best outside of the candles. I actually have a couple of candles if they're not in my inventory. Oh, that's right. I need to pick up, where is it? This right here, and put it there so we can get back all of our inventory. Now, where are my sticks? Did I already transfer them over here? I know I was transferring stuff over before I collect on. Ah, yes, here they are. I think if I put that right there, that will give me fencing. So we want that there, and we want this here for one gate. Rightio. I need a... It's getting dark. Oh, that's right. I also want to make the bee skeps. Derp-a-derp. I should have some... I must have moved them over, as well as the clay. So if I go to here, this should be the... Yeah, plants. And if I go open this up, this one. Yeah, filled up some blue clay. A couple bits of blue clay we're making on. Another skep. I think I can make another one if I were to... No, I can't. And all of those need 2 Cooper reeds. It does say cattails once you cut them down. So we'll put these down, as well as put down the fence gate, and then we'll see if our character can sleep after consuming a meal. It looks like we're very hungry. Thank you. Quickly there. Yeah, there we go. That looks really nice. And we're going to place these here. It's detected a lot of flowers. It's got a population large. And they'll swarm in 3 days. So swarm up to any of these, and we'll basically break them. Not all of them. You still want some skeps left over after you do a harvest, but you want to harvest them regularly and replace them regularly. So that way, you can get have a steady supply of honey and a honeycomb. Not honeycomb, beeswax. Because this honey in here would actually be useful if I go downstairs and get some, like 8 pieces of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab like 4 of you. Yeah, I know we're hungry. We do actually have a bit of food, but I was wanting to cook up some stuff to demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, that doesn't like to work. And then if I were to grab you, I think if I grab this and I go, yeah, we're at that. 2, 3, 4. Nope, it doesn't work like that, I guess. And if I just click it like this, I'm stuck. I know you can add honey into the thing, but I don't know if I have to put it into a bowl first and then like add it via the bowl, because you added in a lot of yeah, you have to use a bowl to sort of eat it up, like suck it up a little bit. Let's use the minimum amount of honey that we can. So we have 4 servings of honey topped spelt porridge with mashed onion. Doesn't sound great because I don't think onion and honey go together. But this is vintage story. My taste buds aren't built into the game. At least not yet. So I'm not going to taste what this thing is, and I'm pretty sure my character, who is part of this game, is not exactly well. We can eat this honey directly, so it's not that big of a problem. It does fill us up a little bit. We do have some food here. Put that down there. We can eat some of this spelt porridge. Although you're probably wondering, what are we going to do with these extra rooms? I need to go get some rocks for those rooms, and I'm not going to go like I did beforehand, where I went over to here to break a bunch of those boulders that allowed me to get all of the stuff. There's like a big old desert over here with this stuff, with like the sand, which I can get. Which actually is a good thing. I have it pretty close by, because I'll need that for mortar once I get what is it called? Well, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but if I go put this up, so you put one of these bowls down, put some of this crafting stuff up. The wood goes over here. Wait, sticks are wood. I would count those as that here, and I'll put these up with the other plant material. I'll sort out all my stuff off camera. That way you guys don't have to like go through all that with me. But yeah, we have this nice area for bees. I'm going to put like little bits of dummies in these holes and whatnot. So that's why they exist. But once it transfers to all these, we're going to have a decent supply of honey from now on. And I also remembered, you might have screamed at me in the comments. These two are males. They are boars. I thought the one was a sow, but it would tell you if it's a sow or not. And unfortunately, it's like I don't have a sow with me, so it's like, darn. Oh, this is just grass growing in our field. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and I broke some freaking seeds. At least I got something back. It's a shame I have to restart that. It looked like grass to me for a split second. It's a shame we got spelt growing. We've got a bunch of flax, and over here we have spelt and a bit more flax. I think I'm not going to replace the hue fencing. It just looks really nice for some fencing. But at the same time, I do replace the fence gates. If I come over here, I should have an area that I have deemed a quarry that I was just starting to dig in. I usually try to keep a quarry close to my house, but not in an obvious position. Literally, it would be just a hole in the ground, but it makes it troublesome when I try to find it. I tried digging the quarry into the mountain, but there's some chert over in there. Ah, here it is. If I hold in my... See, are there drifters spawning in here yet? Nope. If you want to do a quarry, I try to do it like this. Honestly, should open it up from the ground, but it would make it pretty obvious. But it would help prevent drifters from spawning. You know, from that alone, I think it would be worth it. There we go. There we go. Just building a quarry. I can cover it up later with some dirt. Break all these. I do need the pebbles, so I want to break these. As for like the quarried stone, the rock block, I'm gonna keep that around for some building projects. I like to use a variety of stone in some of my builds. I don't need that anymore, so let's put that away. There are some like mods that are pretty interesting that I was looking for. I was trying to like find a couple of mods for like helping me with prospecting, because I want to get into that here in at least the next episode, so we can get a large quantity of potentially copper, or even start finding bits of tin, so we can start making bronze, because I want to hopefully get iron as soon as possible, and then start working on getting iron tools, because those are going to be very useful in the near to late future. Let's mine out some more of this. Once we get iron, we'll have access to a lot of resources that we couldn't be able to mine up. At least how even bronze will like allow us to get like things like quartz and various, I think, even bauxite and other valuable resources. Let's dig down another spot for this side. Alrighty then. Another one there. Another one there. Another one there. And let's get this obsidian block. And there, we have another block. I also think I should smith down a copper pickaxe, not a pickaxe, a chisel, to turn all this rough stone into smooth stone. For two reasons. One, if I place it down on like another piece of stone, I'm going to have to like break it down to make it like usable. Like when you press H for this, I want to break it down into this polished rock. And this polished rock, I think I will be using it for some basic like roads or something, which I can break down into slabs and then break into, you know, the various form of brick, which then can be made into either, you know, dry stone, which is just kind of like cobblestone but with bigger like rocks in the texture, or what I want to, stone bricks. But stone bricks require mortar. Mortar requires slaked lime, quick lime, which you need to bake lime for. To get lime, we can get it from chalk, limestone, white marble, pink marble, green marble, as well as various seashells. You can hammer it with a hammer, a bit of a waste for a hammer, or you could grind it in a quern. So yeah, grinding. Problem is, I don't really have chalk, and chalk can be found in a number of places. They can be sold. It can be sold by traders. If you don't have a limestone deposit or like chalk nearby. But I'd rather just like get a translocator and then just start like beaming myself around the map via translocators before that, or just explore out more. Because I think I know how to like to get limestone. I think there's within every area there's like 3 layers of rock. Like basalt isn't like completely basalt if you dig straight down to bedrock. There might be a layer of granite or more chert or something underneath that layer, and under this chert there might be some, you know, basalt or other stone. This is just the surface stone that we know of, and if we go and if I explore around, there might be other surface stones as well. And hopefully, maybe nearby, I might have some surface levels of limestone. I'll put a big old beam in the house. I don't know if I want to split it like to here, and then I want to make like a second layer because I've realized I have just so much free space up there that I could just use for something. If I actually have the I have the carry capacity mod installed. This is what I was doing when I was looking for mods, was trying to find this mod. I know a lot of people use it on YouTube, and I was interested in trying it out for myself, so I did try it out, and it's actually really nice. This is just for sorting out for later, rather than it being in my way. There we go. I'll get the rest, because right now I want to get this cobblestone made up. Get me about a bit more of that. And put some more blue clay. We still have plenty of it nearby, so that'll be fine. Get this put... Oh, darn it. I'll just worry about that later. Here we... So place this where it needs to be. Now this room is done. Break this. Whoa. I must have pressed Shift and C at the same time. With this out of the way, I wanted to at least break a couple bits of this so I can turn it into a proper doorway. I think I'll have it like that, have the door for that. And I'm going to move what would essentially be our hearth, which is this. If I put this down, I'll do that later. And part of this will become two separate rooms. Still, I have to deal with the roof, but I can also take this down. I was using that as a quick access point to get on top of the roof to deal with all this. But yeah, should I use like a stone of some kind to fill up the thing, or should I use something more? Actually, could use boards. I think maple would actually look nice. Maple isn't really that good of a look when it comes to a lot of builds, but because we're using a lot of darker colors with my house, I could actually build some. It might not actually look that bad. If I were to build it like this, would this look nice? Like, we've still got this, like, floor, which actually looks really nice because it looks like a kind of like a proper medieval floor. Like, if you really wanted a proper medieval floor, it would pretty much just be packed dirt beneath your feet. And I have seen some videos where, like, during, like, in England, that when they were making a floor, it would have to be made of a mixture, which was made from curdled milk with clay and some, like, plant fibers. Very stinky when you made it, but when it hardened, it actually didn't have any smell at all. And it was actually, it would last up to, I think they said like 30 years as like a floor base. Which is honestly pretty darn impressive, all things considered, for just something made out of literally like spoiled milk and just clay. And yeah, so, and if I would actually take these ladders and say maybe over here by my bed, pop a hole, just put these up here. I can climb up here. I could probably break these. I don't think I need them. I use them for a bit more of like just to make them look nice in the house. But the basic thatch roofing does already look really kind of nice. Kind of a bit darker, but it still looks pretty good. But if I'm going to use this as, like, say, a second round of storage, or if I may potentially use it for something else, I'm fine with it. Hell, I might even replace these things with, like, a real wooden roof, but to me, like, the thatch looks pretty nice. I get, like, I'm, like, in the proper medieval period or something with a thatched roof, because that's what they kind of used. More often than not, because it was just cheap and easy to maintain. This actually looks really nice. Yeah, that looks really nice. Alright, let's take a bowl of this meal. Not bad, it actually managed to fill up me about halfway. So I have a tidbit left over. I want to get this maple log over here done. Actually, we have just a big old forest over here. I'll use these to I'll shield those up with some shears to get the bunch of seeds, and I'll maybe in the next few episodes start making a tree farm. Saplings take forever to grow now, unless you've managed to go into the config and change that. Like, make them, instead of taking like an entire month to grow, they actually take, you know, a few days, but I think this default makes it more realistic. And there we go. And it clears up the area for us a little bit, so that way I can think about how I should plan out my future expansions. Break this down. There's a trick that you can break it down a lot faster if you break the leaves adjacent to the log. But I've already have my tools efficiency way up high, up to the maximum, so I'm already digging things way faster than default. Because I don't want to stand around and spend 1,000 years chopping down a tree, even if I did that little like trick where I can just break everything around it. That should be enough. Yeah, that's enough for a few stacks of logs. Because I got 12 per log. Then if I turn these into, at least some of them into planks. Not necessarily all of them, and I'll put them in the house. I think I will. I like the way this looks, other than just this, so I'm going to slant it over. perhaps. I still don't know. It's like, it's not bad, but it's just like, I need to find some hickory, because I ran out of all of the hickory logs I had stored over. So I can't really do much with adding like more supports to my house, because I used hickory for like a support framing. Alright, that room is done. I want to move this. I'm still like all that over here. I'm going to move all this over here. What am I going to use this room over here for? I'm going to use this probably for my bedroom. It's small, yeah, but it's like, the fact that my house is this large, even if I want to go with like a more medieval vibe, it's massive compared to what most houses in the medieval period were actually like. Most places were literally just a single room. The fact that I have multiple rooms and a potential attic means that by said medieval standards, I would be freaking wealthy. Like, may not like be the richest person, but dude, I was well off. Like, this here means that I would be a well off individual in the medieval period. Alright. This will be the kitchen area. I'm going to break this over here. And I'm going to break this. I need a shovel. Surprisingly, mud bricks actually require a shovel to break rather than a pickaxe or... And why did I break it back down? I'm a dummy. Alright. Come on. You over there. Store you in here. Again, I don't know where to store you though. I'll use this one as a miscellaneous chest. I kind of got it. And here's the candles. I'm going to make a lantern with these candles. And I was wanting to go with a clear glass lantern, but for that I need glass slabs. And you need a saw for this to make the glass slabs, which we do have. But the glass, we need to put it through a special kiln, which I should have done this off camera, is take a bunch of this fire clay, make it into bricks, and then fire those bricks up. I forget how many bricks are needed to make this. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. About 12 bricks in total. And they do offer up some like interesting designs for stuff like this, the various forms of clay bricks in the chimney top. That's for the I forget what it is, but I think it's for making steel. But we need the bloomery, and you can only make it with fire clay. So actually getting this fire clay fired up would be a good idea. And I do have like a makeshift pit kiln down here that I set up once I got rid of all those up there. Let's see. I can use all those. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for this episode, guys. We managed to go out and did the bees. We got the bees. We went out and got some stone and finished up the house a little bit, and we did a little bit of the house. Basically, today we just did like bees and housework. I think that's the title of this video. Now, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.